What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Boleros. Sam here with the Sultan of Sando, Mr. Gablim, and the Prophet Mawi Yap. What's up, guys?
Thank you,
Nakatulog na ba
Justin
kayo?
Brownlee.
Thank you,
Kala ko di
Justin
tayo
Brownlee.
makaka-top 8.
Sulit
Kala
ang
ko di mo na makaka-top
pagpupuyat
8.
nyo. Sulit naman ang pagpupuyat nyo.
Ay, hindi ako nagpuyat. Pinanood ko yung
Si Mawi pala, si Mawi.
Hindi ko kinaya.
Ako din eh.
Ako hindi ko kaya.
After
Hindi ko
all
kaya
these
tiisin
nights.
Gilas.
Yan ang addict talaga.
Si Maui bata pa eh, yung kaya pa yung magpuyat. Tayo sa amin, mga
Wala pang
tatay na
anak,
tayo,
bro.
eh.
Wala pang anak.
Hindi natin kaya magpuyat.
Basketball pa priority. Pwede pang i-priority
Tama,
basketball.
tama. Makes sense.
I actually tried. Sabi ko, paghiga ako, sige, subukan ko. Kinuha ko, pero wala na eh. Kung mga ganun ako, hindi na.
Okay lang yan.
Bukas ko na papanoorin.
Tatay ka na, ganyan talaga yan. Maui, since ikaw yung nakanood live, how was it? How was the feeling? Yung down, I think we were down like how many points noon? 6 or something like that. And then Gilas made the run. Brownlee hit that crazy game-tying 3 to take it to overtime. Ano feeling nun?
Kala ko talo na talaga, to be honest, nung naka 3-point play yung Saudi Arabia. I was expecting them to lose the game, and kasama ko cousins ko manood, fortunately yesterday, so medyo wild yung reactions namin. We were all expecting Gilas to lose. We were actually very nervous the whole third and fourth quarter. When you watch the game kasi yung first half, you would have thought na it would have been an easy game. Gilas was getting everything from their offense, getting so many open 3-point shots. Si KQ had a very good start to the game, which translated very good sa end game when he hit 2 3-pointers nung overtime. AJ Edu was all over the court the whole game. But watching the game during the first half, I would think even si Coach Tim thought that this would have been an easy game. Playing players like Malonzo finally and Japet Aguilar getting some minutes together. I mentioned to you guys, -9 si Jaime Malonzo in 3 minutes. I think that's the rust and playing basically Gilas being very lax tong first half because they thought that actually during the first quarter, kasi starting the second quarter, Saudi Arabia started to heat up. They had a pretty hard time stopping Muhammad Al-Suwalim in the post. They went to him in the post and I think he scored 26 points, grabbed 14 rebounds. That was before the Abdul Rahman show started. When he started to get going, it was like Kobe and Shaq. Sabi nga ng pinsan ko, grabe, para nagka-Kobe and Shaq ang Saudi Arabia yesterday with them combining for 59 out of the 88 points. But it was very nerve-wracking. To be honest, I expected them to lose. So sorry, but a certain part of me wanted them to lose na nga nung second half. Kasi I want na mabuksan mata ng SBP again. But Justin Brownlee basically really just put us on his shoulder with that 3-point play. With that 3-point play, then getting the rebound, scoring on a basket, and getting the lead down to 3, and basically hitting the game-tying 3-pointer to end the game. I knew that Gilas was gonna win when Brownlee hit that 3-pointer. Fortunately, the referees did not call 2 infractions. You could have had an argument that was a traveling. You could also have an argument that Brownlee committed an offensive foul. Buti na lang that the referees wanted to end the game. Did not want to call a foul to end the game. And fortunately, Brownlee still hit that tough 3-point shot and got us to overtime. And the rest is history. We made the big comeback, being down 6 with 1 minute to go. Very nerve-wracking, I would say.
Let's build a statue of Justin Brownlee. Ewan ko kung sa labas ng Araneta or kung sa labas ng office ng SBP or sa labas ng plant ng Ginebra, hindi ko alam. Pero gumawa na tayo ng statue, or hindi kailangan malaking statue, yung pwede yung Allen Iverson size na statue, yung maliit lang. pwedeng ganun din kung yung gusto natin makitrending. Pero sana gumawa tayo statue ni Justin Brownlee because what a shot. My reaction after he made it was Saudi Arabia should have fouled. They just should have fouled.
I think yun din yung sinabi nung sa FIBA na international coverage. That's why you should foul.
Josh Bet.
Yeah, Josh Bet.
I didn't watch the FIBA broadcast, but I did watch the local broadcast. But yeah, my immediate reaction was they should have fouled. They should have fouled and made it a free throw game, and they probably would have won if they had resorted to the fouling game. But gladly for us, they did not foul, and Justin Brownlee hit that shot. But you hit that shot. But I do want to give some flowers, I think, to Kevin Kiambao. I think he was the unsung hero of this game. Justin Brownlee grabbed all the headlines, and rightfully so with that big shot. But KQ, I think he was leading the team in plus minus and hit a two back-breaking threes in overtime. Got an assist to AJ Edu in regulation for a dunk. Remember that? Got an assist to AJ Edu for a three in overtime. This is why we have clamored to give KQ more minutes. Even with, it took a Calvin Oftana injury, it took a CJ Perez injury for Tim Cone to finally give KQ a ton of run. This is what KQ can do. He's not shy in big moments. We've seen him have the balls to take over. We saw him in Game 3 of the finals in Season 86. We've seen him in Game 2 of the finals of Season 87. Just hit crazy shot after crazy shot over and over again throughout his UAAP career. He can make plays. He's not shy. Probably to the detriment of his playing time because he makes a lot of flashy passes. He makes a lot of home run plays. But you cannot doubt the clutch genes of KQ. And he was an unsung hero. Diba? I do have to give props also to Coach Tim Cone. And now, we have criticized Coach Tim Cone a lot on the past few episodes. His maybe inability or refusal to adjust to what he's seeing on the court or inability to let go of his old principles. But in this game, they adjusted. They started out with two bigs. Di ko alam tandaan nyo ito, Maui Sam. They started out with AJ Edu and Justin and Junmar Fajardo.
The usual.
But 3 minutes into the game, Maui, sinab out si Junmar. So, nag-adjust. Put in KQ. And I think that was the lineup that was most used in the entire game. The lineup of Dwight Ramos, Scottie Thompson, Justin Brownlee, Kevin Kiambao, and AJ Edu. Mm-hmm. We made our run with that lineup. We made our game-winning plays in overtime and in the fourth quarter with that same five lineup. And I think si Mark Molina on the call in the local broadcast kept on saying this. This lineup works because there's so much space. There's so much spacing. Which is what we've been clamoring for the past couple of episodes. Like, Coach Timko, we need space. Put KQ out there because he's a shooter. He can create space. And the spacing was a lot better. We made our big runs with that with those five on the floor. And Maui, tama ka, it was a big game by Al Suwailem. But I think it was also a good strategy by Coach Tim Cone to learn from their previous games where Junmar was being attacked over and over by pick and rolls. In this game, si Gilas naman nag-a-attack kay Al Suwailem.
Uno reverse card.
Oo, I was to say, nag-uno reverse card si Coach Tim Cone. Yun yung ginagawa sa amin the past 3 games. Ito yung gagawin namin sa iyo. Well, yeah, he can get his 2 points, but he's giving up 2 points on the other end too. He's giving up 2 points, giving up 3 points on the other end too. So it's basically negating the production of Al Suwailem on the offensive end by taking advantage of his slow foot speed on the defensive end. I think we got a ton of buckets just putting Al Suwailem in action over and over again. AJ Edu was suddenly shooting a ton of threes just because he was wide open from the perimeter. Because we were putting Al Suwailem in action over and over again. So I thought that I've got to give my flowers to Coach Tim Cone. And whoever thought of that, whoever whispered it, in his here, Hail Hydra. Yung let's do something different, di ba? So,
Bakit
ah,
Hydra?
Hail Hydra, Puso Pilipinas, or some other whisper to the air. You know that Captain America meme that I'm talking about.
Sa elevator.
Oh, yung may binulong kay Coach Tim Cone. Gawin natin to. I-target natin si Alsoilem. And it worked. I love it. However, in the second quarter, dun ako yung napakamot ng ulo because he went back to Junmar. I thought he put Junmar in the game too long and put AJ Edu on the bench for too long. I thought after Abdur Rahman made 2 baskets, just basically putting Junmar in screen and roll actions, he should have taken out Junmar right there and then because I think he stuck with Junmar too long. Saudi Arabia got the lead back, and that's how I think it was a tie game yung at halftime or a very close game at halftime. So that was the reason. Si Abdur Rahman kept on floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee because he's like Muhammad Ali, just like his name, and he was a bucket from NBA range. Ang layo ng tinitira niya. And I can't believe this guy has never played for Kingdom of Saudi Arabia before because he is a dead shot. In the second half, same thing. I still think we stuck with the 2 big lineup for so long. I don't understand why Tim Cone went back to the 2 big lineup to start the third again when the 5 that I previously said was working so much. Same thing in overtime. That 5 just kept on producing, and I think Tim Cone has found something. Hopefully, he sticks with it. KQ definitely works alongside Brownlee and Edu because he provides space, provides additional playmaking. And he's more athletic. He can switch. He can guard other people on the defensive end. Tami, Maui. Thank you, Justin Brownlee. Thank you for saving the Philippines again.
Thank you. Let's sign that petition. Let's start that petition. Let's build a statue for Justin Brownlee. Sana lang wag yung gumawa ng statue ni Dwayne Wade kasi medyo malala yun.
I was gonna say that kanina.
Wag lang yung gumawa ng statue ni Dwayne Wade. Please lang, maghanap naman tayo ng national artist dyan. To your point, Gab, yung 5-man lineup na yun, basically, sila yung they played 30 to 40 minutes of the entire game. Most of the game sila yung naglaro. So, he found something there. Hopefully, he sticks with them dun sa game against Australia. They're going to need the 5 guys. Siguro yung question lang dyan yung fatigue. Yung fatigue nila because I think the Australia game is Wednesday? Tama ba? Wednesday sa kanila? So,
tomorrow, sa atin. Philippine time.
Sa atin. Wednesday sa atin.
7
So
p.m. tomorrow.
It's going to be fatigue that's going to play in naman for these 5 guys, which I think ito talaga yung 5 guys that he can play. That's why he was forced to play most of the minutes with these guys. Other things that you mentioned, I think maganda yung sinabi mo, it took a CJ Perez and Calvin Oftana injury to play KQ. Going back to the discussion that we had when we did like the burning questions, sabi natin, should he play KQ more than Oftana? So, nangyari na. So, hope good results. I think we're going to see more of KQ against Australia. I just want to bring up the Jamie Malonzo thing since Maui mentioned it. Merong article about it. Sabi ni Coach Tim Cone, his time will come. He is like Jason Tatum of Team USA. Maraming ibang magagaling, so that's why he's not getting minutes. My question to you guys, like,
magaling din
he
pala
only
magbola
played
si
3
Coach
minutes.
Tim.
So, what do you think of like him playing Jamie Malonzo? Para sa akin, that was just a token. Palaruin mo na si Jamie Malonzo so people will stop asking me questions. What were your thoughts on that? And on his response dun sa article, BS or not?
Bolero din pala si Coach Tim Cone. Because that was a boatload of pambobola or BS. Because, what? Is Jason Tatum So he's saying that he would rather play Bam Adebayo compared to Jason Tatum. Jamie Malonzo as their Jason Tatum. Grabe siya mambola both to Pinoy basketball fans and to Jamie Malonzo himself. Flattering Jamie Malonzo comparison to Jason Tatum. That is not true. The fact that he gave that explanation shows na the only real reason why he's not playing Jamie Malonzo because Jamie Malonzo left Ginebra. If he can't give any basketball related or locker room related reason as to why he's not playing Jamie Malonzo, it's probably because he's bitter that Jamie Malonzo left Ginebra. I think si Nico Rocha yung brought this up. They flew to Jeddah on July 31. Then Jamie Malonzo left Ginebra on July 31. So the timing is not in favor of Coach Tim Cohn. I'm sorry, but I just think the Gilas management, which is all PBA guys, and the coaching and Coach Tim Cohn, who coaches him at Ginebra, are just really not feeling Jamie Malonzo transferring out of Ginebra, and I think that's the reason. The fact that he gave such a BS answer, I'm inclined to believe it's because they're all bitter. That's why.
Comment down below what you guys think
Jamie
about
Malonzo.
yung response na yun about Jamie Malonzo. I feel bad for Jamie Malonzo kasi you cannot blame him for not playing well. Well, he only played 3 minutes. 0 lahat, Tony Snell stats. His confidence is way down right now, and you sort of feel bad for the guy, diba? Hopefully he gets to play. He gets enough minutes. Maui, anything else you wanna add, like talking about like the game?
Yeah, I would just want to say na I completely agree dun sa Malonzo bullshit. Complete BS. It's crazy, di ba? Kasi the reason why San Miguel is handling na yung Gilas is so that we have a unified basketball, di ba? Para umasenso na final ng Philippines. But ironically, even their own player who is going to greener pastures is being given this treatment. And I agree, Sam, maybe because of the clamor of the people, that's the only reason why si Coach Tim, sige, laruin natin si Malonzo kahit a short few minutes just so that people will finally stop talking, di ba? It's come to the point that even the crowd, as you mentioned, Gab, in previous games are shouting the name Malonzo, di ba? So that had to happen. And other comments, I think the biggest thing for me is it's starting to become scary when you talk about international basketball for the Philippines. It used to be in Asia, we only had maybe 2 or maybe 3 to 4 teams that really gave us a business, and that would be Korea, maybe Iran, China, and Japan. Now it has expanded. Diba? Lebanon was the first to show. Indonesia has shown that they also have they're also investing in it. They're also starting to build up their basketball program. Now when they merge Oceanica to Asia, you also added New Zealand and Australia. Diba?
Oceania. Maui, hindi
Oceania. Oceania. So yesterday when we were about to lose, I was thinking, oh my God, it used to be that we had a problem to get to the top 3. Now it's starting. If we lost the game yesterday, we wouldn't have the chance to be top 8, which is where we're at right now. And we're going up against world number 7, Australia. Now you can say that Australia is not playing their usual core. I think brother ni Dyson Daniels is one of the star players. Xavier Cooks. Maybe if you look at the Australia lineup like I did, there are only maybe 3 to 4 recognizable names. But this team will still give us the business, and I think we have to play 100% better than we did against all of the other teams for even us to have a chance to go up against Australia. What's concerning to me also is CJ Perez and Oftana are injured, so we only have 10 players available for Gilas, di ba? And
kasi
Malonzo
si
is
hindi naman nilalaro.
I was gonna say that si Malonzo hindi naman nilalaro, 9, and then si Japet is just an emergency big. So technically 8 8 rotational players for Gilas, and I think that's where our clamor for increasing the pool comes into place also, 'di ba? Si CJ Perez just played in the PBA finals and he had to play for Gilas. We will have injuries, definitely. We lost some players. We lost our best player, si Kai Soto, for this, our second best player for this tournament. So I think the Philippines really has to do a better job of planning, not just the roster, expanding the pool. All of our clamors, expanding the pool, a better schedule by the PBA, not scheduling a tournament very close to FIBA. So we have to do a better job if we want to continue to finish just even in the top 8, because it's starting to become extremely difficult when teams like Saudi Arabia, when teams like Jordan, when teams like Indonesia, and even Chinese Taipei, di ba, who's beaten us twice after not losing to us in 12 years.
Yeah, I
Just to
definitely
add to
Sam.
what Maui said, Chinese Taipei currently sa FIBA basketball website is ranked 73. Saudi Arabia is 65. The Philippines, I think, is 34. So, medyo malayo din. Although, obviously, this is not updated. Anyway, Gab.
No, I was gonna say that this what Maui said was also one of my takeaways from this game. No one's a pushover anymore in Asia, in Asian basketball. I remember a few years ago we faced Saudi Arabia here in the Philippines and we demolished them. Like we won by how many points? 40, 30 points. We were playing our bench guys, diba? And now we're going to overtime with them. Everyone is stepping up their basketball program. Everyone, they're getting foreign coaches. They're scouting players, their own players who have grown up in foreign countries. They're bringing them here. They're bringing them to their own countries and bringing them to their own programs. The Hinton brothers from Chinese Taipei, Abdurrahman. We did not see this guy previously play for Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but they're bringing him in. Everyone is developing their own basketball program. We have to adapt. We have to, sabi nga ni Ma, we have to step up. We can't stay in the past. We can't prepare like we're still one of the most dominant and most talented teams in all of Asia. We're not anymore.
Parang Team
Diba?
USA tayo eh.
Yun nga eh. We prepare like Team USA. It's
Jason
like,
Tatum nga eh.
compared to Jason Tatum. Yeah, but as far as it may sound, it's also sad because the fact that we think of we prepare like Team USA, but we're not nearly light years away as talented or as athletic and tall as Team USA. There is no way we can keep this up. Sabi nga ni Maui, ayun, we're in a battle in overtime to get to the top 8. There's gonna come a time if we don't adjust, if we don't improve, that we're not gonna be in the top 8 anymore. We're gonna fall down the standings. We're not gonna make the knockout round. So this is a wake-up call. Even though we won, Maui, as you said, you wanted them to lose para may wake-up call. Even though we won, I think this should be a wake-up call. Pero knowing how the management and the heads up top who think about the fact that you won, they're probably gonna say, "Oh, everything is fine," and hopefully that's not it. I'm begging and I'm praying that they actually do something and adjust and adapt and be better, prepare better. Just my other notes. Anything you want to add before I have some other notes that I had during the game?
Tsaka isipin mo we're fighting to get to the top 8 and other teams are sending a mix of young and old players. I would probably bet that we are one of the oldest teams in FIBA Asia right now. We're sort of going all in, but not really getting the results that we wanted to. So let's see. Hopefully, this continue to surprise us.
Just my other notes from the game. Although the game-winning shot and the win in overtime was the headlines and everyone's talking about, we do have to. I do have some notes that I wanted to share. And one, we did not adjust at all to Abdul Rahman killing us, and it was the same damn thing. pick and roll over again, drop coverage, him getting open threes off because guards were not fighting over the picks, and AJ Edu or Junmar was in drop, so he was getting open shots over it. It wasn't until the fourth quarter when they finally decided, oh, let's trap him on the pick and roll. Let's use AJ Edu to trap him or show on the pick and roll just to slow him down, allow the guard to come back and run after Abdur Rahman. I don't understand what they are watching for 3 quarters, the coaching staff. Why are they allowing Abdur Rahman to get whatever he wanted every single time? He had, 20
Ganun
plus...
din si Chen, di ba? Nung
yeah,
first game pa lang, Chinese
pero
Taipei.
at least ito, sa amin, nag-adjust sila ng fourth quarter. Diba? Nakita mo, nag-adjust. But it
After
took a
4
long
games.
time. It took a long time and probably 25 plus points already for Abdur Rahman, for the coaching staff to decide, we're changing the way we defend him on the pick and roll. AJ Edu, you trap and you show, you prevent him from getting to his spot. Because that's the point of showing on the pick and roll. Para mag-adjust yung trajectory ni Abdur Rahman, slow him down para makahabol yung tao niya. Para if you're not gonna switch. That's the role. It took them so long. That was part of my frustration in the game. It was just taken, it just took a back seat because nga I was so excited about the win. But yun Abdur Rahman killed us all game long. I have no problem with how they defended si Al Suwailem because he's really bigger. We were, as I said, we were allowing him to get 2 points, but we were attacking him on the other end. Basically, we were making Saudi Arabia pay for keeping him on the floor. So I have no problem with that. Plus, we had some good help side defense from time to time. I know si Dwight Ramos yung got a block on him. So I have no problem with that. It's the defense of Abdur Rahman because it's our same, sabi ko nga sa amin, it's been our same problem for many games. Chen did this to us. Si Mayfield, you did this to us. Sino sa New Zealand? Si Taylor Britt, you did this to us. So,
Britt.
Ang dami. It's, as you said, Maui, guards keep on torching Gilas. And it's not a wonder why. So, kaya pala mag-adjust ni Coach Tim Cone, sana mag-adjust ulit sila. Sana mag-adjust. And we can't keep playing the same coverage on the pick and roll. We have to adjust. As seen in this game, we can adjust. I hope we adjust. Yun lang. Oh, and also,
go ahead.
The fans of Saudi Arabia, I do have to... yung and the Philippine fans, it had a big game feel. Even through my phone and through Pilipinas Live, grabe yung atmosphere. You could see the passionate fans of Saudi Arabia, and you can see the numerous Filipinos in the crowd cheering their teams on. And I know
may pagka-UAAP vibes.
Yeah. Kulang na lang
diba?
yung drums.
Yeah.
Honestly. Kulang na lang yung drums. I know the Saudi Arabians were chanting something. They had some chant. I couldn't understand what it was, but they were at some point. Ganda. Ang ganda ng atmosphere. Probably the best atmosphere I could ever I've seen so far here in the FIBA Asia Cup. And kudos to Saudi Arabia.
Is this the best game of Gilas so far?
Maui, ikaw muna sumagot na. Is this the best game of Gilas?
Definitely, I guess. It got us to the top 8. I mean, we never say die mentality nga. As Coach Tim mentioned before the game, diba? We were able to get to the top 8, clawing ourselves back into to the game. But if we are going to get to the top 4, to get over an Australia team, even with their second or third liners of players, we will definitely have to play a lot better. They surely have as many or players much more talented than the players that have torched us. Yung guards nila, they are international NBL players. maybe some of them are NBA players or G League caliber players. I think si Dash Daniels, the brother of Dyson Daniels, is even projected as a lottery pick for next season. So we have to do a better job if we are to even have a chance to get to the top 4. This is Australia, top 7.
Is that his name? Dash Daniels?
Dash
What a
Daniels.
What the freaking name? Dash Daniels. Okay,
Kapatid
okay.
ni Great Barrier Reef.
Similar play style with him.
Interesting. Lakers, baka naman. Lakers.
Masingit lang yung Lakers. No?
Sige lang, baka naman.
Oy, hindi tayo lottery team na in 1 year, di ba? Dapat next year, di dapat lottery. With the way Luka is looking right now, losing, I think, close to 30 pounds already this off-season.
Oh, he'll gain it back once he's back in the States. Once he has the McDonald's.
American diet.
Just an additional note. I do think yes, because I think we found a lineup that works, especially here in international basketball. I do want to give an extra shout out. We didn't mention him. AJ Edu, I think, played a hell of a game. Defensively, played close to 38 minutes. Was the biggest positive on the court. You could see him defend nearly everyone. I think Mark Molina was shouting him out the entire game. This is the beauty of AJ Edu. He can guard on the perimeter. He can guard in the paint. He was shooting his jump shots. He was taking it. I think it was a clear instruction for Coach Tim Cone. If Also Wailem is not guarding you on the perimeter, you take those jump shots. And he took them. So, and he made 2 threes. He made one the first quarter and made one in overtime off an assist from Kevin Kiambao. So, I have to give a shout out to AJ Edu. This was the amount of playing time that I wanted him to play against New Zealand, against Iraq, because he is our only playable big, and he needs to play this amount.
I would argue he's the most important player on this team.
Oh, no doubt. Justin Brownlee might score the most, might be the offensive hub. But without AJ Edu, teams would be putting up 100 plus on us. I am sure of that. His importance on defense cannot be overstated. He protects the rim. He allows us. He can switch when they do switch sometimes. But he covers so much ground on the floor. So, big shout out to AJ Edu. Sayang, yung never talaga sila nagsasabay ni Kai Soto. Nasasayangan talaga ako. Bakit never sila nagsasabay ni Kai Soto? I think it was only when Coach Chot was coaching that ever nagsabay si AJ Edu at si Kai Soto. But ever since then, never na sila nagsabay. Palaging injured si AJ Edu or now si Kai Soto injured. Please, magsabay lang silang dalawa.
Magsabay sa court, ha? Wag magsabay injured, ha? Just to clarify.
Pala sila out. Oh, no, we're dead.
Tapos tayo nun if that happens. So hopefully that does not happen.
Okay, any more takeaways from this game or overall performance ng Gilas leading into Australia? I think, Gab, you pointed out they found a good lineup here. Na hopefully we're expecting to see again sa game against Australia. Maui?
I hope they play the more small ball lineups kasi it seems like it's the working lineup for us. It doesn't look like na gumagana yung double big. Maybe that was just a thing when we had Kai Soto, who was more mobile, who had playmaking ability, and who we could throw the ball in the post. It seems like yung double big lineups are not working anymore. And teams have heavily scouted, I think, yung game plan ng Philippines on both ends of the floor. So we haven't been able to really, before kasi we took advantage of having 2 bigs, diba? We packed the paint, we protected the paint on the defensive end, and we scored a lot on the inside. But that hasn't been the case. We've had to hit a lot of 3-pointers to be able to, we've also had to shoot a lot more 3-pointers than in the past, this iteration of Gilas. I think they have to embrace that, diba? It's crazy. It's 2025, diba? Everybody is shooting 3-pointers. teams in the NBA are shooting more and more three-pointers. So we should really look at that and model our games. I think most of the teams, if you look at the teams in Asia rin, diba? They shoot a lot of three-pointers. They even shoot a lot of them in transition. And I think Coach Tim has to understand that that's how the game of basketball has really evolved. And that's one of the main reasons why teams haven't been able to play two bigs at the same time, because you really have to be able to defend on the perimeter. And I think yung best lineup natin moving forward has to be maybe KQ at the 3. I want him to play 30 minutes again against Australia, whatever the case. Even if we get blown out, I hope he plays Carl Tamayo more minutes, the young guns more minutes. But if it's a close game, I would expect, I should see KQ play 20 at the minimum, maybe 20 to 25 minutes for the next game. I think Australia is a team who likes to play versatile big men also, bigs like Xavier Cooks who can stretch the floor. So that would be the best case scenario for us to not play multiple bigs. Maybe try sa start like the game against Saudi Arabia, and if it doesn't work, pull the plug as soon as possible.
Maui said it. Shoot more threes. If you look at the stats from this game against Saudi Arabia, we shot better from the field, from 2-point range. We shot more free throws. We out-rebounded them. We had more assists. They had more turnovers. It just was just they made more threes and shot more threes. They shot 10 more threes than us. And this is the international game. I have a theory as to why KQ's minutes are limited. Maybe because he settles for threes a lot. But he's open. He shot the most number of threes in this game. 8 threes. We've seen in timeouts, Coach Tim Cone discourages players from shooting threes. Is that? But we cannot rely solely on two-pointers in the paint and mid-range. Though mid-range is a very inefficient shot. In the paint, we're not always going to be the tall team. We're not always going to have paint points. So threes, we need threes. I think we need to embrace shooting threes. KQ obviously does. Shot 8 of them. So ako, para sa akin, shoot more threes. If KQ, if you're open, shoot it. Carl Tamayo, this guy can shoot threes. I do hope he gets minutes. Bilang 8 guys na lang yung ilalaro sa next game. Sana naman si Carl Tamayo yung gets some opportunity. Now, he hasn't really played well. I'm gonna be the first to say that. He's honestly been terrible a lot of time, especially on defense. He's been terrible.
Defensively,
But,
yeah.
yeah. But he can shoot. He can stretch the floor. Australia is bigger than us. Let's just put it that way. Okay? Australia is bigger than us. We're gonna have to space the floor if we want to get points in the paint. Hindi pwede ipilit lahat kay Justin Brownlee. Just to illustrate the importance of a shooter out there, I do remember a play in the second quarter. Justin Brownlee had the ball in the right elbow. He was posting up, I think. KQ went to the corner, was wide open for a wide open 3. 2 guys immediately ran to KQ and cleared the paint for a Justin Brownlee fade away from 10 feet out. That's gravity. That is exactly how gravity works. You have a shooter on the floor, defenders will pay attention to that shooter. And KQ has proven that he can knock down threes. And so that's just illustrates an example of having a knockdown shooter on the floor. Diba? So I do hope we do away with big lineups. We shoot more threes. I don't think we're gonna outscore New Zealand, Australia by just mainly trying to get in the paint. Kasi nga, we're the smaller team. So para sa akin, shoot more threes. I think that's the key. And also defend threes on the other end, because Australia, much like New Zealand, they love to shoot threes. So please, just threes is the name of international and modern basketball. Sa amin, Maui.
Yeah, so I think that makes sense. I think connected yung sinabi nyo. Maganda yung sinabi ni Maui. Play the younger guys, go small ball. Related to playing the younger guys like KQ and Tamayo and even Malonzo. They can shoot more threes. Those guys are those guys are 3-point shooters compared to guys like sina Junmar and maybe even Japet, 'di ba? I guess for me, just to add or to reiterate yung sinabi mo kanina, Gab, what I'm hoping to see against Australia, we obviously all want to see a win, but we want to see Coach Tim Cone switch it up. Kita natin he did that in this game. Maybe probably do the zone again, something he did in previous games, switch up the defense, play small ball, experiment with the lineups. It's going to be a tough win. It's going to be a tough out for this team against Australia. I think they're ranked 7 or something like that, definitely in the top 10. But if we can see like some of the changes that we saw, a little bit of the changes that we saw in this game, I think we'd be happy kahit matalo tayo, no? Like we'd be satisfied, not happy but satisfied with how they will perform. So I think that's it for this episode. We'll talk about Philippines versus Australia next. Stay tuned for
Tomorrow.
that. Comment
I think
tomorrow
kaya
na nga
natin
pala,
manood.
Wednesday.
7 p.m. bukas, kaya natin manood.
Comment down below your thoughts on this game, what you're looking forward to sa Philippines versus Australia game. We'll see you again soon, maybe tomorrow. At hindi natin kailangan magpuyat masyado. Okay? That's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.